Boom. All right. First of all, I really expected that at some point in time over the last couple of days, we would have had some sort of update for all the months into the sky. We have not. We are still on the base version. And I'm not necessarily opposed to that, but there are some big updates that they're talking about doing for the next couple of versions. And there's a video I want to make, and I'm kind of waiting on them to actually update the pack for. Because the most aggravating thing that can possibly happen is for me to make a video, put a lot of effort and time into it, and then literally the next day they release an update and everything's changed. So we're waiting, we're being patient, but I would love for them to update it sometime soon. That would be fantastic. Also, it's worth noting I'm absolutely exhausted today. I don't know why I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but probably because I just had a kid. We're caffeinated, we're hanging out, we're having fun. My plan is to run through Apotheosis enchanting, the Apothic enchanting stuff today. Yo, what's up, Twist? How's it going? And then if we can get reasonably far in that, we'll probably start looking at setting up a gem farm as well, or at least taking the gems that we are getting currently from our mob farm and actually utilizing those better. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I think. You know, who knows? Anything could happen. All right. Swap back over to here. Why is that guy so much bigger? Interesting. Now, I did notice last time there were a couple of these things that I needed to put either in our AE2 system or in a spot on the wall here, because we're getting quite a few of them, which are the breezes. And then the rest of that I'm pretty fine with staying. How far did we... So I do need to go through and put red fertilizer down as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to make a pattern for red fertilizer. Red fertilizer. A pattern for that. Red dye gets a pattern. Throw both of those into here. And then I believe it's 80. Go ahead and make those. What's up, Lex? How are you today? And then hopefully dye seed, my favorite. Yeah, for real. Dye seeds are the best. So can I not put red fertilizer if it already has green fertilizer on it? Because if so, that's going to be inconvenient. What's up, Tortson? I'm doing really well. So I'm going to need to go through and pick up all those seeds and then break all the dirt just to replace the fertilizer. Okay. All right, we'll do it. I know what must be done. Not sure if I have the strength to do it. The nice thing is we don't have a ton of seeds in here, and the ones we do have are mostly duplicates. Don't have to worry too much about getting everything back in the right spot or making sure we get a nice balance of everything. It should just all be in there. Okay. We're going to turn a magnet on. It's going to be a heck of a lot easier. All right. That one and this one, I think, is it, right?
Lex Unam says, vein mine everything, Majet pickup.
That is actually a really good idea as well. And you're right, I probably should have done that. Okay, all right, dude. I haven't had any sleep. I'm exhausted. Cryptex, what are you doing? You gotta get yours before PT shows up? You guys are ridiculous. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate that. I believe I can do this and it'll just vein mine all the ones I wanted, right? It sure does. Okay. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I can place all these back down. That's cool that it only breaks the ones that have the green fertilizer. I guess that are farmland instead of normal. Now the only thing that would be nice is if I had a larger interaction range with blocks. But I'm pretty happy with how well that worked out overall. Again, thank you so much, Cryptex. I appreciate you. That one, this one. I just gotta make sure PT worked for it. Oh my goodness. You guys are wild. And so incredibly, like, unreasonably generous. I don't even understand it, but I'm very, very thankful for it. Let me grab any sort of hoe. That'll work. I think I can... I thought I could. Can donate subs and Twitch to show power. Let me make sure I got all of these. There it is. Okay, so now we actually get to use the red fertilizer. I do like that I can place this and I don't have to get lower for every single block. That's convenient. All right. Well, that's right. It's just 40. So there should be 40 left. So that's right. Okay. So then we'll just throw all the wood seeds and all the other seeds back in. 3, 4 of those. Made twice as many fertilizers as I needed, but that's okay. I don't think so. I don't see them. What do the crystal generators on top of the growth accelerators do? They power them. They provide power to the growth accelerators themselves. Inferium, dirt, and dye. I'm very glad I'm going through and redoing this. That way it all like actually makes sense and is more linear. I know that if I want to put a seed down, I should start on this side and work my way this way till I find an open spot. And I know how full it is. All right. We're going to put some of those back in there. Anything I don't want. Well, they're pretty handy. A lot of builds will do them upside down. So they'll flip the crystal resonance generators upside down so that they're powered from the bottom. I just didn't really care for mine. Plus, I was going to have the connector pulled up top anyway. So it makes sense. Broke so many things in your ATM 10 series. I did a dumb move and lost so many things, especially patterns. Oh no, what did you do? I know what I will do now. That's terrifying. Use the time in the bottle. Using the time in the bottle is getting annoying. So you finally got your crystal automation set up. That's awesome, dude. I think mine might be broken because it should be there. Maybe not. Maybe not. I do want to turn render areas off. Always mob swap the gas. Yeah, that is a good point. We've learned that. We've learned that though. We know that. So which one does this send to? That one's to the nether, so that's from, so this one's to the overworld. So if I want this running, I can do that and then it'll keep working correctly. Excellent. So it's good to know how to restart that. Item timeout. I was moving my base around, took down my old pattern provider from normal crafts. It was underneath. Oh no, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So this should be working now, right? So it's going to wait for it to all be done. That is incredibly unfortunate, man. Return to the end. The chunks are loaded. It's working correct. I think it was just, it got stuck in the loading of the world. We'll verify. I'm going to wait till these two guys die and then double check to make sure it's working correctly. But yeah, that's rough, Cryptex. That is very rough. Did you have a backup you could go back to? Or was it not worth it? Like, had you already made so much progress, it wasn't worth going to a backup? Unfortunately, I don't. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Dude, this guy's just chugging right along. Wasn't worth going back anyways? Okay, gotcha. Well, that is incredibly unfortunate. I'm sorry that happened, dude. All right. So that is still working fine. Yeah, okay. It was just it breaking because of the world loading. That's fine. Made way too many changes. Yeah, it's fair. I need an XP collector. What am I doing? I could have made that and should have made that a long time ago. XP collector. Is it an experience collector? Just dire things. It's here somewhere. There it is. Oh, an experience holder. My bad. So sorry for getting that one wrong. We'll grab him and we're gonna throw him down. I gotta turn that off. We're gonna put him right here. Render area. Go that ways. Couple. That ways. One. That. One more. Perfect. And then collect experience. Excellent. All right. Well, that's working out. That's fantastic. XP holder. You guys knew it and I didn't. I just want to get more in depth with the applied flux mod. Very simple. Add FE to your cells in your drive. Use flux accessors and power out of them. I've not messed with it at all. I did see Chosen used it quite a bit in his playthrough, but I felt like going simpler routes. I feel like overall, that's probably a more simple and elegant solution for getting power to machines, but hard to get more simpler than putting a flex point on it and calling it a day. With that out of the way, what we need to do, and what we're planning on doing today, is doing this. This is our plan for the day. Now, Tortzen, I remember either I read a comment on YouTube from you or on the Discord that there are really two ideal setups for enchanting. Would you mind explaining that? Because I do know that Quanta basically increases the dramaticness of each of them. So theoretically, you get higher levels of enchants, but you get way better or way worse enchants. Is that correct? My face is in the middle of stuff. Well, you're not missing much. This questline is pretty good, though. I got to give him credit there. This questline's not bad. I don't remember the name of the... it's Eterna, Quanta, and Arcana. Here, we're just going to do this. At Apoth. Those three. You just did this last night. So obviously we're going to set up the full thing. What I've always done before is go to like full 100 of everything. And then used one of the, what is a sea shelf of filtration? There's a filtration shelf that allows you to choose enchants that you don't want. This one. And you can put like 6 in there. And so anything bad, like the curses or anything like that, that I don't want on there, I throw in here. But I remember you saying something that there was some reason why you didn't want your quanta to always be maxed out. So Eterna determines what the max enchant is. So you want that to be maxed, right? Absolutely. There's also the white one, and yeah, absolutely, yeah, the clues, and then using this to take care of quanta helps a lot. Found out last night you cannot have multiple on a single book. That's interesting. Check the white one, extend to the Library of Alexandria. You want Quantic Stability Shelf to remove the chance for it to be lower. Interesting, but wouldn't it also give a chance for it to be higher? And then if you're putting all of that into a library, wouldn't it like effectively still just give you whatever the highest level is, and it would just add points to what you can pull out? The third one, I already forgot. Third one is Arcana. Inverts the rarity chances. So common enchants are rare and rare enchants are common. Okay, so what you really want, you always want 100% Eterna and 100% Quanta. And then sometimes, then you really want one setup with Max Arcana and one setup with Min Arcana. And then you want to use the filtration shelves to choose what enchants you don't care about or don't want. Has 3 chances, low, regular, high. But the third one's not always good. You want to set up with 0 and a setup with 100. Okay, that makes sense. Yo, what's up, Dominic? How's it going? Ultimately, I just go with 10 of the Skulk Shells, 5 of each one. 1 geode and 1 treasure. Okay. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. We're going to find out whether or not it actually made sense. But I can do 2 of those setups. That's where the 100% one got you. Because the ones I've done in the past, I've always done the 100%. But you're right. Some of the more basic Minecraft ones I just don't get. Like Prot, you just don't get anymore. Just tried to get antimatter pellets with mechanism. Watched so many videos and just radiated my world. Oof. After a while, the radiation does go away, just FYI. The third one, your memory's non-existent now, is very good for stuff like fortune, very tough for bad like protection. Got it. It makes sense. What's up, Toph? It's going really, really good. You have flown by my playthrough. Gosh, no, we're not that far ahead. I thought the third one would be for other stuff like Echo Shard dupes, amethyst budding. You can also remove the whatever with a command. Just FYI, like Marathrone was saying, it's mechanism. Radiation, remove all, and then you can also heal as well if you're affected by it. Those 2 commands will take care of it. Infusion is a whole other thing. Every recipe has a different requirement, so you can just adjust it before crafting. That makes sense. Giving up on antimatter, just too complicated. Time for a new pack. That's funny. Antimatter is pretty complicated. If you're interested, I did make a video on that, on how to get it and set it up correctly. The problem is that fusion reactor just blows up. It just does. And there's really nothing you can do about it. If you log out and log back in, it'll blow up. Like, it's stupid. All right. Here's what we're doing. I'm making a whole bunch of patterns. And I'm also dumping a whole bunch of this stuff back in here because I don't think I'm going to need most of it. I got to grab my time on a bottle back though. Grab that back. All right. At Apoth. Oh, you had extra letters in there. There we go. All right. Infuse hell shells. So we're going to go the hell shelf route instead of the sea shelf because I think it's going to be easier. I might be wrong. We will find out. I do want to make fire charges. That should be very simple. Glowing hell shells just in case I need them. Go dormant deep shelves. That's going to be a pattern. Deep slate tiles
Lex
also going to be a
says,
pattern.
Yo, I'll tell you what John want, really, really want. Chat, tell John what you really, really want.
Looney, what? You're back again today. What, dude? What the heck, man? Polished deep slate, cobble deep slate. Okay, we got that. Thank you so much, Looney. I appreciate it. What's my favorite TV show / anime? I've only watched one anime, and it is not worth mentioning here. Favorite TV show? There's really only been a couple that I have watched all the way through, right? The Office is going to be number one, right? That's going to be number one for sure. For 1 second, the bot was singing it right. That's fair. So The Office is number one. Second favorite TV show is probably How I Met Your Mother, as long as you remove the last 2 episodes. If the last 2 episodes are not canon, 100% that. Very good question, though. Also, thank you. So with that out of the way, I should now be able to make dormant deep shelves, theoretically. I will have to make books. Why didn't I think of that? Of course I'm going to need books for this. Echoing deep shelves. Soul touch deep shelves are going to be a little bit easier, I think. This one. Books are going to be that. I don't know if I have the leather. I have leather scrap, right? John, do you know the way to get resistance for... I don't know if you need suggestions. I have plenty of friends that would give me suggestions and have given me suggestions. I just haven't watched a lot. So there's that pattern. That ought to be just fine for all of that. Marshall, NCI's number one, thought about, yeah. I've never seen most TV shows out there, just because I don't watch a lot of TV shows or movies or any of that, honestly. I don't know why. I spend my life playing video games instead. House is good. I've seen several episodes of House. But yeah, no, I binge watched all of The Office, all 9 seasons in like probably 3 or 4 weeks. Like I was invested. I'm way too lazy to watch movies. It just takes so much time to be that invested. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go at Apothic. And in order to make One Piece all the way, dude, I don't have that kind of investment. First, thank you again. I appreciate that. That's very, very kind. What's up? I'm him. How's it going? I have heard good things about One Piece, but I don't know if I've got the patience to sit through 1,200 episodes. That's absolutely wild. Exactly. It is 1,200 episodes. Yeah. Hey, John, joining another stream after a while. What's up, Mod Master? How's it going? OP Live Action is a good place to start. Got you. Got you. So how did you get so many mobs to spawn in your box? I'll show you in just a second. There is cog blocks on each of those, and then a timer set to 2 ticks. Basically what it does is it resets the dreadful dirt in there to constantly be spawning things like it's the first time it was set down. So it effectively just continually spawns things every 2 ticks. Be honest, I don't even remember where I start. You have to start with these hell shelves to some extent. I don't even have it in like an enchantment table down. Enchantment table. Enchanting table. Where's that at? Did I miss it? Yeah, thank you so much, Looney. I appreciate that. And I have heard good things about One Piece. I don't know if I could do it, you know? Where? Am I dumb? Enchanting. Enchant. There it is. Okay. Maybe I'm just blind. That's probably what it is. We're going to take it. We're gonna set up enchanting out of the way of that right here. Okay, so now with that out of the way, let's see what we can do with this stuff. I believe I can make quite a few of these glowing hell shells, glowstone. Oh, I need to get the infused ones first. But I think I need to start with just normal hell shells. Potions of regen, I forgot about that. Nether bricks are going to be pretty easy to make though. I will need to make potions of regen. Make a couple more patterns real quick. So hell shelves, hell shelf. It just needs a normal bookshelf, which is going to be fine. This is now pattern. That's now pattern. Throw that in there. And this over here. And then I need a bunch of regen potions. Is there an easy way to do that? Seashells are easier? I've already started. I've already been... Is it really easier? Is there potions I have to get? Seashells. I feel like I'm too invested. I'm gonna be honest.
Lex Unam says, if you get HNN for cows, or leather seed you don't need to worry about them later.
I have a ton of leather though. It's 100 times easier? Well, we'll do it then. Seashells. This one, I've got these. I do want to make the pattern for that.
KRYPTX Plays says, never too invested.
Never too invested. That's fair. Water bottle, that's going to be easy. Puffer fish. I don't have that or this.
Lex Unam says, a ton of leather is not infinite/renovable.
It's not, you're right, it's not infinite, but what do I need infinite leather for? Got so lazy making potions by hand and completely abandoned apotheosis and went to work on foregoing to get the brewing machine. That's fair. So in that case, I think what I'm gonna do, I'll leave the patterns here, but I'm gonna do hell shelves real quick, and then probably get 1 second. Where was I? Let's try and make potions of regen real quick. Regen. It's this one, right? So it's just a gas, tear, and nether wart. That's really easy. Water bottles. Just grab a bunch of these real quick. And then... How do I only have 2 of these? What is that from? What do you get gas tears from?
You did automated potions on the last play trough?
I did do automated playthrough, potions. I just haven't done anything with industrial foregoing yet. Not that I couldn't. Well, there's plenty of those. And then there's some nether wart. What is it? Soul sand? I think it's a soul sand that gives me the nether wart. Give me 2 seconds here. This should be more than enough for everything I need for those regen potions. And I'll just slap down several brewing stands to get it done. Excellent. Oh, also that gives me the prosperity shards. Very cool. All right, just gonna take a stack because I'm not gonna need more than that. Brew. Another brewing stand. Just make like 3, and then I need to grab some blaze powder. Excellent. All right, where are we? Oh, I put it all up. Forgot about that. 1, 2, 3. Just 3. Excellent. Throw that in there. Split that in half. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll do one of those. Those. One of those. Should make it go a little bit faster. How many of these realistically do I need to make? Because I'm thinking I'm just going to do 1 stack here.
Lex Unam says, I know's distracting from your current goal, but get industrial stuff too.
Yeah. I should. I should. Looney, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Headed to the gym. Have a great day. See you tomorrow or in a bit. Hee hee. Bro. What the heck, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Forgot about that. So we are going to get Industrial 4 going. I want to get this set up first because I don't think it's realistically going to take that much time. I don't even know what to say, Looney. Thank you so much. And then once we have it, we don't ever have to worry about it again. You know, we can just get our enchanting set up. ET really does have some good competition for real. That's what I'm saying, man. He's got some real competition for sure. All right, there are those potions of regen. I'm just going to throw all of those in here. How many of those did I make? Enough. Potions of regen. I made 18 of those. So I should be, let's just start with 15 of these. I'm missing paper. Great. Another thing I forgot to make a pattern for. Do I have an easy way to make paper? I don't know. Like theoretically it should be that, but I don't really have a sugarcane farm. Like I probably should, but I don't currently. Could break this block out. And then put some water there and start growing some. Water. And then grab a cobblestone to go down as well. We will do this. Place that there, put the dirt there. Fly back up. Place it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then theoretically, maybe? No. Get some nature's essence. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. I should do that. That would be so much easier. Sawmill from Create is probably the easiest. That's fair. Yo, what's up, Aaron? How's it going? Glad you actually got the alert today. No, you're right. Nature's essence is exactly what we're going to do. So, sidebar. We're going to do nature's essence. Nature's essence seeds. So, Prudentium. Need pumpkins? How am I getting pumpkins, y'all? Do I have pumpkin seeds? Oh, turn that off. I can't tell what half these things are. I do have a bunch of pumpkin seeds. Okay, so we got that now. Grab a hoe. I just need 4 pumpkins. So bye-bye to y'all. 2, 3, 4. I didn't grab any of the seeds. That's crazy. In. What? Oh. Okay, so we got a couple pumpkins. I believe it's an axe. You really need to chop these things down. That's fine though. 2. There we go. 3 and 4. And an extra for good measure. Step push redstone clock, fast sugarcane. Yeah, I can do that. But I would so much rather not have any sort of farm like that. Making lag, I'd rather do it in an auto crafting fashion. Nature. this stuff on 4. Perfect. I need some prudentium. Just add mystical egg. Throw tertium in there. Got that. Got this. Toss that back. And then I need prosperity seed base. Go make this real quick. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. The Jade config. You should always change your config in your mod settings. You can see the name. You look at the drawer. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't even know you could do that. That right there. So now we're getting Nature's Essence, which is what we're going to use for the auto craft for sugarcane. Create that as a pattern. Those two are patterns now. So now we should have automated all of that. I'm going to give it 2 seconds to build up. I'll let y'all stare at this. I got to run to the restroom real quick. Just in case that baby zombie gets out, I'm going to fly though. Be right back. Back. I won't block you, always chat, not having to press F3. Look at the map so much better. Menu mod, Jade, highlight it, search on config, plugs, abilities functional, turn off functional storage source. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Naga Gamer? How are you? Okay. Anywho, that should be done now. So now if we go to make the hell shelves, should be good. We should have to make all 15 of them. That should get us up to our max of 45. And I think the only slow part is smelting down the nether bricks, it looks like. And then from there, we can turn some of those into glowing hell shelves. But we may need to make a couple extra if I remember right. Oh, my mouse just died. Great. You can open the config page with JDEC config 2. Easier in my opinion. Gotcha. All right, all of those are done. So I need an infused hell shelves in order to make it a glowing hell shelf. What does that do? What does a glowing do? Oh, it adds Arcana as well. Okay. So get some of these and just place them down real quick and see where that puts us. That's at 42 and then 27. That's such an awkward number of these. There. So 45, 60, and then 0 Arcana. That's fine for now because I think that's going to allow us to make the infused hell shells. At least 30, at least 45, it will. So let's make 2 more hell shelves, and then we'll make them the infused ones, and then we'll make them the glowing ones, and then we're going to move on to see what it takes to enchant the deep shelves, which is going to be 60, 40, 40. So we got to make sure we get at least 40% Arcana. I think that's going to be the hard one. Do I have Nautilus? Those back corners are also in play. Yeah, I do know that. I have used them. But usually I'll use those for the filtration ones, the ones I don't actually care about seeing. I do need lapis. Why did I come all the way over here for it? It's fine, we're gonna ignore that. Nautilus shells, I will need those. I might. I'm pretty sure we can get them if I don't. So I got these two. That's going to add Quanta? Is that not exact? Oh, so it's 5 and 5. So I can actually replace some of these with those. That and this. And then go for it again. And that is still almost at the max. That's the infused. These are the 2 normals. That one, this one. That's 53 Eterna. What's the max on that is 60, so I need to go a couple more. Okay. Let's see. How's that looking? Max of 60. If I break one of these, are we still okay? So good. Okay, so now what I can do is do that. Then we can go craft the glowing ones. I'm really just trying to get all of these as high as I can. Well, I can. Infused hell shelf, glowing hell shelf. Is that not what I have? Does it need to be in here? It's missing glowstone. Let's make a pattern for that real quick. Bingo bango. Throw it in there. Make me one of those. Start it. Perfect. PT Crossfire. Was PT here? PT Crossfire, the Crypt already started the donation battle. Yo, what's up, PT? How's it going? How are you? All right, we're going to put that guy back down. So we have 3% Arcana now. So what do we need for the Apoth? I need this guy, at least 40% Arcana. So I'm going to need to swap out the rest of these infused real quick. We're going to go turn them all into glowing. And then I think this one's also infused. Yeah. That one is too. Okay. We're going to turn all 6 of these into glowing hell shells and see what that does for us. Perfect. He beat yours by $1. I think he was trying to beat yours by $1. I think that was his goal. There's that. And then we're going to place that one down right there. What are we looking at? It's only 23% Arcana. What do I use to get Arcana? Trying SFM for the first time and it's not going well. I would highly recommend, like, what are you using SFM for? Because there are a couple pre-written scripts in the Discord that I would highly recommend checking out. I don't think I've actually written a script myself for SFM yet. Because it is almost not worth it. It is not complicated per se. It's just, it's so much easier to have something somebody else built and you don't have to mess with it. Be able to still infuse. There we go. Get another 6 glowing real quick, and that should get me up to the 40 we need for that. Toss that in. Glowing 6. Start. Perfect. The scripts are fixed.
Alessium
on
says,
the yes.
just type Arcana in JEI to search for things that give or reduce Arcana.
That's fair. I could do that for sure. But that is now 43%, which is exactly what I need to be able to infuse the deep shelves. So let's start with that. I'm going to grab dormant deep shelves. Let's do, oh, we already have a pattern for that. You just wanted to be ahead again, didn't you? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's incredibly kind. Where are just normal dormant deep shelves? That's what I'm looking for here. Make 10 of those. We'll start with that. Thank you so much. The geo shelf gets you Arcana, I believe. I think you're right. I think it lowers your Arcana, that one. How do you change the size of the information box? It's in the middle of your screen when you're looking at stuff. It is this button right here. Terminal style. I like the tall one. You got a small, a medium, a large, and then the full height. That's the one I like. Is that not what we were talking about? Oh, you guys are talking about the thing in the middle at the top, right? Information that's in the top middle of the screen when you're looking at stuff. Got it. That is what Tortson just said. I misunderstood that one. That one's on me. Okay, so these are going to give 5, 5, and 5, max of 70. What? Oh, I'm out of lapis. Hello? Grab another stack. Throw it in there. I want to do these last 2 real quick. And then we're going to replace probably some of just the standard hell shelves here. And put in place some of these deep shelves. That should get us up to a max of 70 now. Which is where the soul touch ones get you 75. Echoing gets you to 80. And soul touch deep shelf is 75. Soul touch skulk shelf is 80. Echoing skulk shelf. So soul touch deep shelf you have to make with that. Echoing deep shelf. I think this is what we're going with. We're going the echoing deep shelf into an echoing skulk shelf, I believe. So to get the echoing deep shelf, it's candles and an echo shard.
Alessium says, the sizes of the terminal are not called small, medium, and tall. They are called Demi, Grande, Venti, and Trenta.
Sure they are. Because I changed my functional storage plugin, setting mine, it really is a lot better. I always do that anytime I start a new world. Hey, that's smart. Okay, so Soul Touch Deep Shelf. I believe that's the direction we're headed, right? I want to double check real quick. Soul Touched Deep Shelf. That is not exactly what I was looking for. Soul Touch Deep Shelf, because that turns into Soul Touch Skulk Shelf. Where I have to have some stuff I don't have. Echoing Skulk Shelf. That's all the same. Warden tendrils, I need a Warden prediction. That's the only way to get it. Skulk catalyst, I also need the Warden prediction. Okay, so that's going to be slightly more complicated. But I do have 3 of those. Echoing deep shelves. Those aren't bad. Good luck with max enchanting. We never figure out how to get wardens. Get the warden loot parts. That's so unfortunate. In stone. Through a netherite mesh. Is that how we're getting the warden tendrils?
Tacky Wacky says, you can spawn the warden with the skulk core on a shrieker.
Oh. The skulk core on a shrieker. That's good to know. Can I get those, what these are? Candles? I just want to find a candle. Let me grab a candle real quick. Just a normal candle. I don't have the stuff for a candle. Because I don't have bees. So let's not go the candle route. So that means we are going this route. So, deep shelf. We'll throw those in there. I should be able to make 5 of them. I'm missing soul lanterns. Apoth. Soul touched. Soul lantern. We gotta do something here. Soul touch deep shelf. We got that as a pattern. This needs to be a pattern. These need to be a pattern. That needs to be a pattern. And then there was one other thing there too. Skulk's fine. Iron nuggets. Make that as a pattern. Okay, 4 more patterns. And then theoretically, we should be able to craft those now. Theoretically. 5, right? Perfect. Okay, so we got all 5 of those. That should get us up to our max of 75. It's not quite where we want to be, but we're getting closer. We're getting there. So from there, we take the Soul Touch Deep Shelves, make Soul Touch Skulk Shelves. I don't care about the pattern for it. I wanna actually make them. So move all those things there. So the Warden Tendril, and then the Skulk Catalyst. Drops, Occultism, Mob drops. All right, so it is just the Warden. All right. Losing my brain is the same way. Spawn a Wither, throw it on your mob farm with a creature catcher or something. Warden, yeah. No, there's no Bumble Zone yet. The tendrils actually needed the Warden, I think. Shrieker with a Skulk Core or whatever it's called. So I want to do this on a separate island, don't I? Right? If I'm doing a Shrieker with a Skulk Core. Shrieker. Hey, how are we spelling that? How is our, that thing. That's what I'm looking for. So I can get these crushed in stone through a netherite mesh. That's what you were saying earlier. And can I get all of that stuff? No, but I can get the echo shards. Just mostly the echo shards. Which is fine. Okay. Oh, I have the shriekers. I'm so dumb. What was the other thing? The regulator super cheap when I YOLO it. Don't have to, it doesn't matter. Got it. What's the thing I'm needing to Skulk Core? Skulk. Vein Catalyst, Shrieker Sensor, Core. Okay, and this should spawn it. Let me grab. I need one of those. And let's do. No, we're not doing 4 of those. We're just gonna do 1. 1 ought to be more than enough, right? I don't know if I've really got the facilities for this. This is gonna be rough, I think. Unless I grab my bow. Where's that at? Bow. And then grab a crap ton of arrows. Throw that back in there. Yeah, we're just gonna grab a bunch of arrows and we're gonna see what we can do. I am going to do this on a separate island though, so let me grab some cobble. Probably a couple stacks. I'm going to want a stick. And then I'm going to want an angel block. Angel. This guy. And then I throw that back in there. Okay. We're going to fly off into the distance and we're going to throw this down. Yeah, player plays Shrieker will not spawn a Warden in. That core you smack it with on the Shrieker will allow it to summon a Warden like normal. Yeah, that makes sense. I could do a compact machine too. I just feel like that doesn't give me the room to like fly off if I want to, you know? And I could make a bigger compact machine, but that would be the only concern I would have. Oh, I flew too far away. The phantoms found me. All right. Why are they swooping down? Also, does this bow do 0 damage? What the heck? I'm thinking the bow may not actually be the play here, which is sad because a Warden is probably going to mess me up pretty quick. There's that one. Why does he look like he's enchanted? There he goes. Okay. So you're saying I'll throw that down, I'll throw this on it. R6 skills in action. Exactly. Okay, that hadn't spawned him yet. Did I do something wrong? Got it. Checks out.
Torrid Sun says, lower your world level before spawning the Warden.
Lower
Tacky
your
Wacky says, are you gonna get the one-shot apotheosis sword you made a tutorial video on?
Probably eventually. I'm not quite at that point yet. Why do I need to lower my world level? To Haven or what? Explain that to me real quick. Also, I was running around on the cobblestone. I feel like that should make noise, right? Not like I'm quiet. 4 shrieks will summon him. Apotheosis world level for a weaker Warden. Oh. I didn't realize it would do that. Lower world tiers, weaker mobs. I had no clue. The third time that actually spawns him, right? Maybe not. There he is. Make that a little bit bigger. All right. What do the odds you think he's gonna jump off? Oh, he thought about it. All right, let's see how bad he hits. Oh, he hits pretty good, that's for sure. Well, that's gonna hurt. Come on, thank you. All right, we're gonna fly back out there real quick. And that's with full of the modium gear. 4th. Hi, John. 1 second, give me a second. I gotta sneak in here real quick. Make sure I got all my stuff back on. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna do this from afar. You know what I probably could do is get like some strength and regen potions on my potion filter and make this a lot easier. Move far away till he stops moving and then snipe him. That is exactly what we did. Yeah, there goes 200 levels. You're right. Hi, John. I'm here watching you live with my husband. Your voice sounds like Direwolf. Cheers from Brazil. Thank you very much. I take that as a compliment. I love Direwolf's voice. Oh. Yo, thank you, whoever just said that. All right. Now, Let's throw that back in there real quick. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I would have 100% forgotten. All right, so there's that. We got the Warden Tendril. I gotta kill 5 more. That's actually the worst. Like, actually. I do wonder how much of the damage I did with my sword instead of the bow. I got him a couple good hits in. Get lifestealing, decrepitude, and then go swinging. Yeah, you're right. I should do that. That would work really well. You only need 1 or 2 tendrils, so no need for hostile no networks, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair. And that's to get the max level Eterna, right? The thing is, I want to do the 2 enchanting setups. Bow in offhand, sword in main hand. I could do the direwolf bow too, the just dire things bow. It would probably work a lot better. That's not that bad though. If I want to do 2 full setups, I'm gonna need more, right? Let's do this. I want these. I'm gonna put them there. We're gonna spawn them in. I'm gonna eat one. I'm gonna see how long I can last. Relic apples should give me a bunch of buffs, right? Oh, they give me a bunch of buffs. All right, we're good. I think we can get this. Let's do, how many more we got? 3 remaining. We'll do the last 3 real quick. How long do I get on this? 42 seconds. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. Hey John, what kind of chat settings do you use for streaming? Do you have another monitor or do you have an in-game overlay? I have another monitor. Okay, that one was really quick. I have a secondary monitor that I use for reading chat while I'm live. How close is it? 1 left. Okay. You basically don't die with them plus the auto feeding upgrade. Yeah, that's fair. And I also can probably constantly eat them too. Like I bet I could put it in my backpack with a feeding upgrade and then never have to worry about food again. All right, one more real quick. Usually walk around with 3 or 4 deep learners. That's funny. All right, that should be everything we need. Let us fly back home. I'm kind of upset that that guy killed me. I do that and I have a stack in my backpack with their relic apples. That's very smart. That is very, very smart. Okay, so we got 8 of the tendrils. We're going to take that out real quick. We're going to throw those in, those in, those in, that in. And then now, at Apothic enchanting, I've got 5 of those. And those are used. All right, fine. I'll just go find it myself. Make these soul touch skulk shelves. 5 of those. That gives me up to the max of 80. And I should theoretically be able to replace these with those, I think. Or just like add 2.
Torrid Sun says, adjust your apotheosis world level again for better loot / XP.
That one, activate. Thank you. Good suggestion. Very good suggestion. So we got it at a max of 80 right now, and I want it up to 100. Which one's the one that the in shelves get you to 100? That's right. So in shelves, I should just be able to craft. Let me make patterns for that. End shelves, pattern, pearlescent end shelf. Gets you up to 90, but it's slightly better. And then draconic is just a normal one. It's so easy. How do I get extra dragon heads? But let's make 4 end shelves. Missing infused dragon. I forgot I got to do that. Let's grab a couple of these. And then to infuse, it's a weird thing to infuse it, right? Because you need to do the quantic stability things. I don't think you can, aside from exploring the end. Oh, that's lame. Finding more end ships. That's not the answer I was looking for. Infused Dragon's Breath is high 15 to 30. So I'm going to need some of these geode encased whatever. Budding Amethyst. We're going to do that. So let's make 4 of these. I think productive metalwork is actually going to make this a ton easier. I didn't realize that before, but it's a lot easier. And ship for what? I missed it. For the dragon heads. So it's 9 per. So I want 18 times 2, which is 36. No, 18 times 2, 20. Is it 36? I think it is. I'm not great at math. Use MA for dragon heads? Is that the yeah, I think you're right. I think you can do it with that too. It's craftable with the Ender Dragon Essence. I didn't even think about that. All right, we're gonna grab 4 of these real quick. And these 4 should give me the geode encased quantic stability things that'll allow me to get it down. Tricky, what's up, man? Did you ever ended up watching Ish's Civilization video? I have watched it. It is fantastic. I gotta have an empty hand, right? Yeah, there it is. It is quite impressive to say the least. For these 15, 15, 15, so that should be able to reduce it by 60, which should give me between 15 and 30. I told you. Yeah, no, it was really good. I was quite impressed. Just built a tier 5 energy core from Draconic, so massive. That's crazy. I'm nowhere near there. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly. Lord, I just bought another mug. You have a whole cabinet of them? Dude, I tell you what. As long as it's not like the Starbucks cups with the handles, I'd take it as a win, because at least the coffee mugs are like that, right? And you can line them up. They're easy to store. Once you start getting all of those, the big mugs with the straws and everything, that's when it gets rough. Because then it's just almost impossible to store them. You submitted the application for the new one? That's sick, dude. That's awesome. Okay, so we got that. So I need the geode encased these guys. How do I get calcite? Calcite pebbles. All right, any thoughts on how I'm getting calcite here? Do I have? Okay, so that's flint mesh and crushed deep slate. Great. Okay, all right. Deep slate. Do I actually not have any deep slate? Oh, I've got cobbled deep slate. No, I really don't. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna actually have to do more of this. You have a deep slate generator? Do I really? This is why I keep you guys around. Because I'm stupid.
Says, now can someone hack into John's solo WORL and set up a redstone-powered trapdoor clapper machine by the Warden spawner and summon like 100 Wardens?
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That'd be hilarious, though. Oh. We're gonna throw all of that back in there. Don't need those, don't need these, or that, or those. I need to press this. And compress this. I'm gonna get 1 3x here. And then I need my hammer that I haven't used in about 15 years. I'll set that down right there. That should give me the crushed deep slate. And it has to be flint mesh, right? But it can't even be the normal one. I should double check to make sure that's true. Calcite pebbles is just crushed deep slate through a flint mesh. That's wild, right? I'm gonna make 6 of those. I'm gonna make 6 flint meshes. I'm gonna pop out 6 of these ones in here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Six of those, and then bring that back to here. We'll just go to town, let it pick up whatever it wants, and then I'm gonna grab all the calcite pebbles and stuff at the end that's not being picked up. Stream title. Don't join and spam John with charge stone. Yeah, that's happened before. It needs amethyst essence. I'm not sure if that's craftable. What did I miss there? Can you make calcite with MA? I'm not entirely sure. I'll go take a look here in just a second, though. A world level affects difficulty. It does, and I was unaware of that, but now am aware. The one thing I do want to do is add... I can't tell exactly what it is, but one of those ores in there is not going in to the chest. I don't want the pebbles going in. I'm fine with that, but I do want the ores going in. How funny would it be if this crashed it? Okay, so open this up. Platinum ore chunks go in there. And then settings, that. Grab me more of the platinum ore chunks so they're not going to go anywhere. Okay, this. Those. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. How did we... That's whatever. I don't actually care about that. I do want to dump all these back in here. That was not the button I meant to click, though. We're going to snag these. I'm not going to worry about the platinum ore chunks because I don't think we're getting them automatically, so it's not really going to matter. I don't plan on doing this again. And all of that can just go direct into there, not into there. Did I not replant my fire seeds? Probably should do that. But we should have enough calcite now to be able to do whatever we want. Turn that on real quick. Turn it back off. I want to dump the rest of it in here. I want to put my diamond meshes back down. I need a hand for that, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick them back up. Fire seeds, put those back in here. I want to grab all that out of the backpack and actually dump it into the system. Then I want to make those quantic shelves of stability. Want geode, these ones. So I should be able to make calcite pretty simply. Then I should be able to make 4 of these. Beautiful. And then I should be able to infuse dragon's breath, hopefully. That would be the goal. Should be minus 30. We're still at 100%. So that's just 75. But that is because some of these are completely unnecessary. So we're going to pull some of these down. Maybe another 20. Go down to 55. 45. And I need between 15 and 30, right? Grab that one. I need to get rid of one more. Yep. I believe that should be it. I don't remember exactly though. Remember to raise the tier back up so you get a good, we did get the good stuff back up. At a paw. So for this, I need at least 60, 15 to 30, and then that needs to be 80. So I think I need a touch more.
There's the melon shelf too. I think it also decreases quanta.
A touch more arcana. That's 555. Those are 15 and 10. Go grab the other shelves that we had real quick. At Apothic. If not those, maybe one of those. Okay, so those are going to add 3%. But the problem is that's going to add 15. What if I do that? So then I need to get rid of another 15 quanta. That's the problem. It adds way more quanta than arcana. I added one of those instead of this. We're still basically there, with the exception of the fact that I still need to get rid of... Okay, I've got this, I think. Quanta 20, arcana's that. So these add...
Tacky Wacky says, hey John, do you think it's worth it to get the quantum armor from Advanced AE?
It depends on what you want to do in your world. Usually I would say that's kind of overkill and unnecessary, but if you want to go, yeah, I don't even know. If you want to make sure you never die, then maybe. Okay, quanta. I need less quanta by 10. Is it the same ratio? Am I being stupid? I'm being so stupid right now. He shows that Eterna without quanta. I think I just need one more deep shelf instead of a hell shelf. That's all I need to do. One deep shelf instead of a hell shelf. And then I'll have exactly what I need. Dormant deep shelf, grab me one of the... I don't have cobbled deep slate. Okay, well in that case, let me... I should link this, that's what I should do. And then I wouldn't have to bother with doing this. Dormant deep shelf. I just need one, and then I've got to infuse it. And then place it down instead of one of the hell shelves. I'm sure I need just more quanta. Right. Level requirement. Oh. That's right. Let's see if we have enough to do it. I forgot I lost all my levels when I chose to die. So that's what we want. We want it instead of this. And now, once it's 60 because I took these two guys down. Dink dink. 30, 60 sets should be right. No more than 30. 80, 60, no more than 30. I need 80 levels. Oh, our Eterna's low now. Great, 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 great. That's just what I always wanted. Okay. Put that back. Your turn is max now. We're just going to make another one of the geode encased shelves. We're just going to do that real quick because I don't want to mess with it and it'll work. Sand. 1x sand. Amethyst. 9 of those. Come over here, toss that in, toss those in. And then everything else should already be made as well. I usually just use it. They tell me the quest line for Dragon's Breath. Yeah, that's fair. I just ignore it. Which is probably not the best way to do it, but figuring out yourself sometimes is more fun. I don't know. Punch some dirt. Oh, for the calcite ones. Unfortunately, it didn't look like those actually come from the dirt, or at least I didn't see any. All right, we got that budding amethyst. We're gonna take it and put it right there. Geode encased. That's what we want. Bookshelf. This is way overkill, way more shelves than I need. But it gets the job done, and that's what matters. So we get the infused dragon's breath. We're gonna take that back over here, and we're gonna use it to make whatever in shelves it wants. Dragon's breath at Apothic.
Lex Unam says, ours ritual summons geode and other stuff.
I definitely thought I put that in there. In shelf next. I'm missing in-stone bricks. I'll do that. I assume I have in-stone, right? Crushed in-stone. I only have 8 normal in-stone. I might have to go grab some in-stone. I'm gonna toss that in there. Do I have an in-stone generator too? I do. Okay, well, we're just going to do this real quick, which is what we should have done at the beginning. We're going to grab our linking tool, and we are going to link that one and this one. And then we're going to put this back in here, and then I'm going to tell it to Apotheosis in shelf. I want
Lex Unam
4
says,
of those.
You're not imagining stuff. I also think that you placed the infused dragon breath was in.
Okay, thank you. I agree. I feel like half the time I'm doing dumb stuff like that and I just, don't know what happened. So in order to actually get the max level, which is that one, I do need to, I got to go to the end and we got to find another end ship, but we should have the explorer's compass now, so that should make it a little easier. Explorer's compass. Found no compatible items. That checks out. Make a pattern for that. Make a pattern for that. That becomes a pattern. And then how on earth? Cobweb. I don't think I have those things, but we'll make the pattern. We may not be getting an explorer's compass just yet. That's not going to be able to go in there either. We're going to pull that one out. Let me see here. Extended pattern provider. Make me one of those real quick. I can turn this into an upgrade, right? That's not what I want. That. No, what? Put it back. There we go. We'll take this now. We'll be able to just right click that on there and we'll throw this back in. Mixed with any ingot. Good to know. Hell shelves. I don't need that. I don't need this. Don't need those. Want to keep those on me. Explorer's compass. Didn't think so. Overall predictions and a normal compass. Getting those from basically anything. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I could create a pretty simple, quick one for chickens, actually. Make a model framework real quick and turn this guy on. Did I not modify that? I didn't modify that at all. Let's go ahead and do that. Blocks. Throw the one back in there, and then sugar. Take a stack of that as well. Go ahead and apply all of these to here. Then we're gonna do that towards the end. He gets leather from the mop farm. Yeah, I do. I do get leather from the mop farm. Leather scrap or whatever. Then we're gonna do this as well. And then we're just gonna kill chickens for fun. Should be a pretty reasonably high level by now. It is. It's an advanced model. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and we're going to swap him out with the Wither one. And then we're also going to take our Warden one and swap him out too to get some of that stuff going through. And then I'm going to take my time in a bottle because I'm impatient, and we're going to speed both those up. Kind of generalized overworld predictions. So now,
says, if only there's a way to avoid John to go back and foul, like some sort of wireless stuff that he had on the previously crafting of a stick keybind.
You guys are mean to me. I did ask you to remind me though, so I feel like that's kind of on me. I'm terrible at this though. The only reason I keep coming here is for the pattern coding. Having said that, I do have that option right here as well. Just don't tell anybody, okay? All the shade, for real. All right, so we're gonna run to the end real quick, and we're gonna actually go to the end and not end time. I wanna go there. So next up, we're looking for an end city, which will probably be the one I've already been to. I'm just going to assume this is the one I found the ship and got the thing off of, right? I just removed the terminal, so you're forced to use the wire. Okay, here's the thing, Cryptix. I did that one time, and then I died and couldn't get my stuff back from a Cataclysm boss. And then I couldn't access any stuff in my ME system. And so it was awful. It was absolutely awful. Have I defeated the Netherite monstrosity? I have.
Pharaoh Yumben says, have you ever defeated the Netherite monstrosity, and how did you do it?
Mostly what I did was an Ars containment ritual on all the mods 10, where you basically put it into a containment jar, and then it, RTP's not on here? Wild. I mean, I guess it makes sense. And then you basically just farm it using Drigmees. I never learned, I never make a normal terminals in any world. That's funny.
I have my keybinds 7, 8, 9, 7 for crafting, 8 for pattern access, and 9 for pattern encoding.
It's actually really freaking smart. Okay, we're just gonna try to get a little bit away. I think probably like 1,000 blocks ought to be plenty. You can add Soulbound to it. I just didn't, which is why it was an issue. Surely by here, right? In city. 200 blocks that direction. So there's a closer one. And now what are the odds it's got a ship? Yeah, something weird out there. Dude, just normal creative flight is so unbelievable. It's half a ship. Is that the front half of a ship? Is that the half of a ship that I don't need? This is the worst. This is the worst day ever. What is this? What What is this? That actually, the little bit, that makes me a little bit mad. That is awful. All right, we're just going to keep flying away from it until we get to about 1,000 blocks. We're talking about keybinds. Is there a way to clear out all keybinds so I can set my own? I don't think so. I think there's always going to be default ones.
Lex Unam says, but not in the keyboard, the numpad on the right side.
Oh, that makes sense. It was just there to get my hopes up, right? Because like not every city spawns with a ship, but that one did spawn with a ship. It just didn't spawn with the entire ship. It just spawned with the half of a ship that I didn't need, which is actually crazy.
KRYPTX Plays says, it was just to get your hopes up.
Yeah.
Then drop you off the roof LMAO.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. All right, let's try this again. End city. Find me another one. 216 this way. Please don't be the other one I'd been to. Is it? No, it's a new one. And it has a ship. And it's got a dragon head. How many dragon heads do I need for this? Just one, right? Turn the magnet on for that for sure. We're just going to stand on top of it. All right, dragon head acquired. Let's just go ahead and take a quick little peek because I'm always curious about the loot. Some stuff there. Nice little gem of the warlord. What else we got here? Whirlsprig token. There's our elytra. Ooh, and a nice chest plate. Very cool. All right,
Lex
we're gonna.
Unam says, there's nothing I could say that will sass more than that half ship.
That's true. That's so true. That is like, if you really wanted to play a joke on somebody and they're looking for something, give them half of what they want. It's crazy. We got a lot of levels again. Okay, so now what I want to do is throw that in, throw those in, and then I'm looking to make one of the big boy end shelves. These guys, just one of them should be more than enough for what I want, right? If I put this here, we should get 100, but then I just need to max out Arcana and minimize, max out Quanta. So our Arcana is not high enough, which is fine. Because I can get those by adding some of these guys back, the Soul Touch Skulk Shells. All right, so we agreed that ideally you have one setup where everything is max, and then one setup where everything but Quanta is maxed, right? Where everything but Arcana is. Or is it Quanta? I do not remember. Because that is our everything maxed one. And from here we can add the clues and we can add the filters and everything like that. I do need to make the Library of Alexandria real quick because that requires some odd numbers if I remember correctly. So the first tier, enchantment library. Ooh, that's gross. Okay, let's make 400 chests real quick. And then infused shelves of some sort. Apparently I don't have any. Hell shells. We're just going to take these 4 and infuse them real quick. One was 0 of the third. Okay. Okay, so that should allow me to make the first tier library. Throw those in there. That one. We'll make an enchantment table. After I do this. All right. There's our first tier library. So then get to the second tier one, we have to infuse it. And we need 100, 100, and then 45 to 50. Means we're going to be putting some of these back. Hopefully the exact right amount of these back. Throw 2 of those back on there. 45 to 50. That ain't it. That's still so much. take one of those off. We're only down to 95. Most of these glowing hell shells probably aren't doing anything, right? Turn that on real quick. Grab that. It was doing a lot for Quanta, but not a lot for the rest of it. 1, 2. So that's at 90 now. So I basically just need 10 Arcana, right? Make a melon shelf. Because I just need, I just need 10 more of that. 45 to 50, that's at 55. So I still need that to go down more. Deep shells are fine. Soul touched ones are fine, whatever. Okay. You know what I can do? So that, no, that's not it. I wanted deep shelves for that. Okay. I'm gonna come over here real quick. I'm gonna grab a deep shelf. Let's look at that melon shelf you guys were talking about real quick. Decreases Quanta by 10. That sounds ideal. Glistening melons. This one, let's make that. Bunch more gold nuggets. Make me more. Thank you. Melon. I want to craft the melon. I want the melon slices. I have to actually break it? Apparently so. Melon. Let's take one of those real quick, I guess, and break it. Thank you. Toss it. Throw it. Then, where's the melon shelf? Should be here. Probably just hard to see. Also, both setups need quantic stability shelf. Got it. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't see it. At paw. Oh, there it is. Okay. So that makes one of those. We'll make two just because whatever. Melon, glistening melons. It's fine. We'll start with one. We'll see how close that gets me to where I want to be. Because it should get me pretty close. There's that. So that quanta is correct. I want to add 10 more Arcana. I may need one more. I may need one more. Or we'll see. We'll see. Melon shelf. Let me grab another melon out real quick. We're gonna break it. Let me get another 3 glistening melons. Create all 3 of those. Create the shelf. Then I want to grab one of the other shelves that we had, but I was hoping there would be one in here that gave more. It doesn't look like any of them do though. I also had candles. Candles just add Arcana. Oh, that's good to know. That would have probably made this a lot easier. So in that case, that might have been too much. I break one of these melon shelves. Don't have candles. We're gonna do, okay, I gotta stop going back over there. See, I am looking for just adding Arcana. It is just candles. The one thing that I cannot make. Large candle, don't have tallow. Don't have a way to get tallow either. Just one more skulk shelf. Yep, if I added one of these, it would work. Fortunately, I need an echoing deep shelf. Or a soul touch skulk shelf is more like what we would want. So I gotta grab a deep shelf and enchant it or infuse it. Dormant deep shelf is what I want. Come on now. Deep shelf, dormant deep shelf. One of these. We'll infuse it. Infusion criteria not met. It probably just needs more quanta. There we go. Okay. So with that deep shelf out of the way, I want to make deep shelf, the soul touched one, and then I want to turn the soul touched one, soul touched, dormant deep shelf. Comes that soul touch. This is what I want. Theoretically, 100 quantity. Put this one back down. I think that's right. It was such a pain in the butt. All right, we got the library now. That was annoying as all get out, but we did it. So we go back here at Apothic. We got a bunch of these left. This is just going to be to... Actually, we can just remove some of the quantic stability ones. Get it back up to 100. That's 95. Take one of those. 100, 100, 100. Okay. Well, it looks stupid. That's for sure. Should put it on my hotbar, right? Okay. I'm going to start moving all the shelves to the back for sure. All right, that one. These two are going to go to the back. They're there. And then I think I can actually move quite a few of these back too. Like those can go there. And then these two have spots already for them. There and there. So that's our full 100 one. With 7 enchanting clues. I don't know how I got those, but that's wild. Look at us go, though. I mean, that's the maxed out setup that I usually go for, so that's handy. I'm going to assume that the Warden's probably pretty close to being fine. Advanced, advanced. Cannot begin simulation. Output buffers are occupied. Oh, crap. We're gonna max this out. That way it actually works through everything, and then the Warden predictions can go in there right after as soon as it's done with the chicken ones. You forgot the treasure bookshelf. What is that? I don't actually know what that one does. I could add it, but is it actually worth it? So these should be in there now. Let's do those first, because I think they're going to be most useful. The one of arcane treasure, right? This one. I don't actually know what that does at all. I do have everything but the deep shelves to make it, though. Treasures making you get the treasure enchantments. Which ones are those? Are those... Am I dumb? I'm going to go ahead and infuse 2 just in case. Like the ones that you can only get by fishing. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. All right, there's those. We'll go ahead and add it. And then ideally, I do want one of the filtration ones too. So there's that. And then sea shelf of aquatic filtration is going to be a pain because I didn't do any of that. So we're just not going to mess with it. We'll set that right there. Do you need the melon shelf for the final setup? Probably not. Hold up. Oh, that decreased the stuff. Less quanta, less arcana. I need to add something back with quanta and arcana. 15%. Jeez. And then 5% more quanta. Unless I wanted to remove that, and then it could be 15 and 15. Your normal setup has 1 geode. Got it. Remove the melon shelf to get some quanta back. That's true. And then Arcana, I'm just going to have to suffer through it, right? Or I could create one of the Soul Touch Sculk shelves too. Another one. Unless I've got, I had a whole bunch of shelves. That adds 5 of each. That gets me at 90. See 10 more Arcana. Replace both melon shelves. Yeah, we can do that for sure. And I mean, if I'm doing it, there's no point in having this. Oh, it provides quantic stability. I do need that. So we'll put the in shelf in the back. And then Arcana, I just need a solid 10%. So I could just get an echoing deep shelf, except I don't have candles. Oh, that's not that. This is the one I want. Get one more echo. All right. If that is the way it must be, then that is what we will do. It's not like they're super difficult to make in the first place. Go back, throw that back in there. This one, make it, start it. And then from there, I want this guy. What do you mean? I used all my Sculk catalysts? Hold up. You. Let me grab these real quick. We're gonna toss them in there to replace that and make me some of those. Then here. No, oh, actually, I gotta wait. Wait for that to finish and for the withers to hop back in there. I don't have candles. That's the problem. I don't have candles. I don't have wax to make candles either. Otherwise, I would do that. It is a good suggestion. Presently, it is not possible for me, though. I wanted to make this guy. We'll throw him there. Hundreds. Okay, what am I doing? Guys, come on. I'm throwing. That goes there. Okay. I like this setup. We're going to have this guy here. We're going to have the filtration one there eventually. Then we're going to make an entire second setup eventually, just like this, only instead of 100% Arcana, it will be 0%. You can get
tallow by killing animals with the occultism knife.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that at all, actually. Delightful dirt and a butcher knife gets you tallow. Has occultism. How did 8 of y'all say that at the same time? That's crazy. I must have like actually missed that somewhere along the way because I had no clue about that at all. Okay. I mean, I guess we enchant some stuff, right? Oh, that one already has enchants on it. This one does not. Soul looting, fire aspect, smite, knowledge of... Oh, we got to get that. Curse of vanishing, I don't care at all. That's going to be my knowledge of the ages sword. That's crazy. Oh, enchant the meshes. What a fantastic idea. But I have knowledge of the ages 3 now. So we can set up an XP farm here pretty quick.
Lex says, BCS, if we don't poke you with info you prob ignore us.
That's not true. I would never ignore y'all. Oh, I should have turned that off though. Got a bunch of extra crap in my inventory now. Okay. Enchant meshes. I need to go into each one of these and steal the netherite meshes. And then after I do this, I need y'all to... What on earth? What is going on here? Oh, these aren't locked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. At functional. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I never locked these. Okay, so all of those are locked now. Wish I would have thought about that one earlier. Is it locked to? It's locked to Nature's Essence. So now I need the linking tool so that I can unlink it.
Lex Unam says, Torrid son, why you don't said that John don't have those drawers locked? We trusted you.
Yeah, because it's totally on Torridson. I will say, 9 times out of 10, he does catch that. Gotta give him credit where credit's due. Okay, so now it should be putting the right things in there. Jeez. All right, now we lock it. And then we can link it back again. I didn't want to multiple. I want single. I want add. There we go. Okay. Jeez. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So now we've got the right things actually going in there. Beautiful. 7 netherite mesh. Get all the crap out of my inventory. I can't believe it took me that long to notice that. Is that not ridiculous? Efficiency 5, fortune 5 on all. Sounds pretty good to me. I feel like I'm going to probably need to do some upgrades on some stuff, though. Oh, I need another stack of lapis. 1, 2. Okay, all of those are fully enchanted. My bad, my bad. My brain's malfunctioning today. I'm off duty. No, it's not your fault at all. That's hilarious, though. All right, one of these in each. Perfect. All right, so that's fortune 5 and efficiency 5 on all of them. The question now becomes if all of the stuff can get out of the chest fast enough and if this can handle all the items fast enough. It looks like this is handling it pretty well. How the chest looking? Ooh. Especially this one. This one. Not great. Not great. We may need to grab at pipes. Make a basic, an improved, an advanced. Just make like 300 of those, please. And then we'll do one of these. And then let's see if that helps at all. It helps a lot. Okay. All right, so that should keep up now. This one's going to need one too. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. It's just the blackstone pebbles. What am I waiting for Maple Story to end the 56-hour maintenance? That's crazy. That's a long maintenance. All right, ultimate pipe upgrade for this one, right? All right. I think everything should be self-sufficient now. On Hall, I have a compressing upgrade which filters back to the main chest to recrush and sip for blackstone. That's smart. I don't know if it's worth the effort right now. I'm going to come back here and check this. Because this is turning it all into blackstone and then sending it over where it belongs. All of these guys are running just fine. Ish.
Lex Unam says,
those could be upgraded.
Is zero intent to be SaaS, just automate them.
Just automate. Oh, you're saying automate the chests instead of fast, quickly pushing everything out? Yeah. We're doing a lot with Pipes. Pipes is putting in the work right now. But it's keeping up with everything. Like, nothing's running behind or going slow. I think we're okay. We're going to get a crap ton more stuff. What do we have 64 of? Aluminum? Oh, it's probably because aluminum's somewhere else too. I think that's also aluminum, right? No, it's platinum. Whatever. Okay. Well, that was a big win. And so now we can do enchanting and gems, theoretically. Next. So this one is set to pull out all the gems, right? I should probably set up a separate chest for those to go in now. Because I guarantee I've got plenty of gem dust to last me the rest of my lifetime. Oh yeah, for sure. So we can actually break that. And then right here, let's grab ourselves a chest real quick. Chest. I really just want an oak chest here. We'll do that. Put that in there, and we'll leave this here. Grab iron. Grab the gold. Grab diamonds, if I can find them. We're gonna grab netherite. And a netherite template. And then we're gonna take all of those and dump them in there. Is this not how you upgrade this? Am I dumb? I might be dumb. Netherite. Netherite. Chest? Netherite chest?
Toward sunset.
Oh, you literally just crouched it.
Pick 2.
Ooh, that might just put everything over the edge, don't you think? We're gonna set that right there. So then I'm gonna get stacking upgrades for this, I believe. Stack. I really should auto craft these. We're gonna set up patterns for the stack upgrades, which are these. Stack upgrade tier 1. Upgrade base. Tier 2. I have block of iron as a pattern. Tier 3, we have gold blocks as a pattern. Tier 4, and then we're just going to dump all those in there so now I can create the tier 4 stacks. Beautiful. I had a funny idea for ore processing factory where it sucked up all the mining dimension. Oh, I just broke everything in fortune. 15 pickaxe. Request everything. That'd be crazy. That'd be pretty wild. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Okay, only 2. Cannot put 3 in there. Okay. So I'm just going to let that thing fill up with gems. As more ones go in with the same type, it should stack them. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, we could. Warden's right. We could come over here real quick. We could snag this guy and bring him over here. I don't want Silk Touch on there. Curse of Vanishing doesn't matter. Miner's Fervor, Unbreaking, and Fortune. That one seems pretty good, right? Do we go with a number 1, Fortune 4? Or do we reset with a book? I'll go either way. We're gonna reset. Life Mending, Curse of Vanishing, Minor Boon of the Earth. I don't really know if those are any good either. What are we looking for here? Use the Disenchanter from Draconic. Is the time crystal setup working fine? Yes, it's actually working, I think. Haven't seen it in a while now that you're saying that. I'm not entirely sure. It might get slower. Okay. We don't want Miner's Fervor. Well, we're getting Miner's Fervor, it looks like. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of options there. Fortune 5. We're going to go with that. What does the hammer upgrade do from Just Dire Things? I haven't actually looked at it. I'm going to be honest, Just Dire Things is kind of a new mod for me. It looks like that's still working just fine. So that was a good a good set. It breaks in an area. Got it. Fortune 5, Boon of Earth. So I want that one again.
Get Tome of Miners, and get stuff just for pickaxe. Sent to Library of Aledria everything.
Oh. That's actually a really good idea. Home of Miners, get stuff just for pickaxes sent to... Okay. Tome... How do we... I haven't actually messed with this at all. Home of Miners. Accepts pickaxe enchantments. Fascinating. Okay, it didn't want that. Give me that back. Thank you. Just throw all of those in there because I don't want them. So then I can actually get the fortune and everything else that I want. Okay, all right. Very cool. Very cool. I feel like that's probably going to be just fine there. I do want to make sure that this is not now overloaded because of the fortune. I think that's still just fine. I think my furnaces are going to be going constantly, but I think I'm pretty okay with that. And I could upgrade them if I really wanted to. The tome basically acts as if it's a pickaxe, even though it's a book. So if I wanted to do Tome of the Miners again, here. Blaze rods, make a couple of those. Craft it just like that, and then it just acts like a book, but it acts like a pickaxe book. So I can just keep going through here, getting all the pickaxe enchants that I want, and then dump them right into there. Beautiful. Okay, that out of the way. We are probably going to have to enchant all of our gear at some point, but I'm curious how the gems are doing. Ooh. Ooh. Beautiful. So we're going to start organizing these two. Flawless is going there. This is just a splendor gem.
Lex Unam says, tomes are just stuff that could be enchanted, with particular stuff, like Tome of Boots, is just for boots. It can give stable footing.
Gotcha. A ballast gem is going to go on that one. This is flawless, goes here, so it'll go there. Okay. That's interesting.
Torrid Sun says, this is why Max Arcana can be kind of bad. You are getting a ton of the rare enchants instead of getting efficiency.
Right, right, exactly. That makes a lot of sense to me. So that's why you want that second setup instead of a full 100. So this will get you the rare enchants, and then you can get a solid setup of the normal enchants as well. That makes plenty of sense to me. As these continue to come in, I'm going to continue to stack them where they go. But it looks like there's a lot more of these than I thought there were. Unless that's all of them. Could be cool. Exactly. My way to get fortune is the mesh. Because it only gets fortune is effective. And you drop it on anvil. Yeah, that makes sense. Flipstream. So that's going to be that tier right there. All right, so and then I can also select all slots and back to storage. Or did I not select all slots? So these are all saved. That's not saved. That's not saved at all. Flawed Splendor is there. They're all just saved as gems. Unselect all. Oh, match NBT, select all.
Sparkless Gaming
there it
says, is there a chapter 2 walkthrough?
There is no chapter 2 yet. Unless that has happened in the last 30 minutes since I launched the stream, there is no chapter 2 yet. As soon as there is, I will probably do a chapter 2 walkthrough. But currently, and I was on the latest version when I started, there was still just the chapter 1. A part 2 of the first video? There is no part 2 of the first video yet. It will be that though when we get there.
Sparklez Gaming says, I mean a part 2 to the first video lol.
No, I get what you're saying. But that whole world was basically just to show people to do exactly what I showed in the video. Are these off one? No, that just goes here. Okay. This is really slow getting gems. Should I make an end spawner? Okay, so it is picking them up though. Should I make an end spawner that just teleports all the Endermen to here? I feel like that might be a decent idea. Okay, just started a new world, wanted to know what to do. Anyways, I need to go now. Okay, sounds good, man. If you have any questions about it, we've done a whole lot of automation. If there's anything specific that you have issues with, feel free to throw those in the Discord as well. A lot of very smart people there that can help answer the questions. Would work, but you would need to stay in the end anyway for it to work. That's true, because they have to be automatically spawned. I didn't think about that. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to AFK between this stream and next one. And in that time, I will most likely just wait for all of that to build up. And then try to figure out what I want to do next. Because, I mean, really, we're at the point where we can get all the Apothic enchants and stuff on our tools and weapons and everything. And then, like, effectively, it'll be very difficult to kill us for any normal mobs. We'll need to get Draconic set up, but then we just, like, we're basically looking at the star. That everything else from this point out really should be based off of this guy right here and crafting him, right? Chaos Dragon is not next. No. Time crystals. Let's take a look at that real quick. To see what's going wrong. I can only assume it's here. It is. So it does keep getting stuck here. Is it the sensor? What's this looking for? A pulse. This is looking for 3. Render area. So this is just not charged, right? Or is it? Is that the problem? You should look into some echo cancellation. What does that mean? But so, because all the 3 of those are right. The block. What's the issue, Torsten? Help me out here. I could get Time Flute and Time Wand real quick. One of the crystals decayed before the other 3 converted to tier 3.
Lex Unam says, Time Fluid and Wand.
How do we fix that? Is there a way to fix that, really? Marathon, what did you mean? Is the mic echoing? Yeah, that is annoying. I didn't think about that. We'll just leave that at 1. Check the chunks. The chunks should be fine. Oh, that's tooltips. This is what we're looking at. Chunk borders. As long as I keep that, as long as one of them's always it going back, right? Greater than, yeah, I guess it does have to be 0, doesn't it? Because it's going to just wait for any of these to be ready and then send it. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, there's quite a bit of echo when you speak, not that big of a deal, but yeah, okay, I'll go back and listen to it and see what you mean. Because I have spent a lot of time, not equals greater than, I didn't realize I set that to that. I spent a lot of time on the settings for the mic, so I'm hoping it's not too messed up. But I'll go back, I'll listen to it and see what you're saying. I didn't think so. I like I said, spent probably like 10 hours on my mic settings. Watched probably 10 videos for just specifically my audio interface and my mic to get it set up perfectly. And when I record videos, at least, there is no echo. So TBH always do at least 1 budding crystal block. That's fair. And 1 probably is plenty fine too. Why is it not coming back? It should come back, right? But even with that, it should wait till they're all dead. So it should wait till this one's dead. So I shouldn't have to change all of them. I don't think. I think I just have to wait for this guy. Because once he's gone, it'll go to the nether. All 4 can charge up there just fine. Well, no. I don't think there's a good way. I don't think there's a good way to do that. I see what you're talking about how they can get stuck though. Because this is kind of messed up. I didn't think about them decaying though. You only need to use a paradox machine. Yeah, that's fair. You get stuck. Because now this is going to be stuck. Okay, great. So greater than 0, and then I do have to go change the one in the nether too. They're going to swap back and forth like constantly though. We'll change the one in the nether anyways. Let's head to the nether. I feel like the better solution here would be to put it put the block breaker in the end. Wouldn't that be better? Mute the teleport, respawn anchor, and amethyst break sounds. That's fair. Yeah, let's see this, that. Why is it not showing it? I don't really want to set it to an anchor. I just want it normally. Shulker teleport, is that it? Respawn anchor charge. I don't think it's any of those. Just do 1 crystal, there's no way. I'm being honest with you, man. I sincerely think you might be. How do I get what those noises are? Block, stone step, disc. Recent, that's what I want. Oh no, I do want recent. Set anchor. What am I looking for here? Block, stone, entity. Shulker teleport, respawn, anchor. There's 2 of them. Okay, so Shulker. I saw the respawn anchor. Muffle sound. Shulker teleport. Shulker. This is always where the crystals are. You can port them with the swapper. Oh, that's interesting. Respawn anchor. Okay. It was a real pain for me, but I was finally able to get it dialed in. I do know MX is a beginner mic. Yeah, no, for real. For real, I agree. Shulker teleport. It is Shulker.
ARYPTX plays says, use search bar LOL.
Oh. Thanks. I'm going to be honest. I'm used to search bars being at the top, not at the bottom. Didn't even realize he was there. All muted. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what we got here. Gem of the Warlords. These are both flawless. Those will go on the flawless line. That is a flawed. That goes on that. Gems of the Samurai. Don't have a line for, so that's going to go there. Flawed, that'd be normal. This would be flawless. Perfect Guardian gems are going to go there. We are going to select all slots, and then we'll go back. That should be flawless, so these should be perfect, right? That's perfect. Excellent. Awesome. You'll love to see it. Shift click to delete the list. Shift click to delete the in here. Shift click. No, it's fine. You can blacklist sounds to config. Okay, I'm gonna F3G so I don't forget to turn those off because those are kind of annoying to watch. I'm gonna call it there. I need to go get some dinner. I am starving. We're gonna do something a little different tomorrow though. I'm going to be streaming incredibly early tomorrow before work because I'm going to try my best instead of just on Saturdays to get some streams in for people who are in the European regions. So I will likely go live very early tomorrow and then stream until I need to start work. That's the plan. How early? I don't know yet. I don't want to commit to a time because if I commit to a time, then I have to get myself out of bed by that time. But the plan is to do probably like 5 or 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be like right at lunchtime for Europe. That's the goal at least. We're gonna see how well that works. But hey, thank you guys. Will ATM 10 start Friday? Yes, the plan is to stream early tomorrow for this, and then late on Friday for the ATM 10 start, and then I can also play all day Saturday. So start early on Saturday for that. Hopefully, that's crazy. It's crazy. It is a little crazy, but I work from home, so it makes it a little easier. I thought Europe was 12 to 15 hours ahead. It is at least the UK. Sorry, I'm going off the UK time. I got a buddy that's south of London, so that's the only time I go off of. UK is 6 hours ahead of me. The list of recent sounds to clear the list of all sounds. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Crazy. I got to do time conversion. I'm usually up by 6 a.m. PST, so I might miss it. Gotcha. No worries at all. Streams just for PT, he says. I'm not streaming just for PT. I did realize that I am basically missing out on half of the world by only streaming late at night my time, which would be incredibly early in the morning for all of those people. 9 hours ahead of PST in Norway. That's crazy. That's pretty wild. But Marathon, I'm going to go back and look, but you might check to see if maybe you have the stream open twice or something like that, or maybe like a video of mine in the background, because I am like 99.9% sure that there is no echo. Setting alarm for 4 a.m. Got it? That's funny. Send this schedule in Discord so people can plan. If I do that, then I'm locked in. What I'm saying right now is I intend to do that, but like if the baby has a rough night and I'm up all night, I may not be up at 5 a.m. So that's why I'm not like fully committing to it, you know? It's not because I don't speak, I'm not here. That's funny, Balrog. Okay. Anywho, that's the plan. Calling stream there. All of you guys have a great rest of the night. You're all special, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for the super chats today. You guys are wild. I love you all. Thank you so much. Now there's a room echo said not that big a deal. Okay, sounds good. All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye.